Pat Hindle with Microwave Journal. I'm here at EDI CON 2018 in Santa Clara, talking to Al Horn of Rogers Corporation. So Al, Rogers recently introduced a high impedance material aimed at antenna designers. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, as you know, many antennas are designed on the feature size being a half wavelength, and in the range of 100 megahertz to 500 megahertz, that can be quite large. If you use a dielectric material with high dielectric constant, you can shrink the size of the antenna by the square root of the dielectric constant, but you also end up having with a shrinking bandwidth. And the same also goes with many designs with antenna thickness, that if you try to make the antenna thinner, you could do so with dielectric materials, but it also decreases the bandwidth. So the Magtrex 555, as we've trade named it, is a material that has a dielectric constant of 6 and what we call a magnetic constant, strictly speaking, the permeability also of 6, which essentially gives it an impedance that's matched to free space. So with this, by having a magnetic permeability that's close to that of the dielectric constant, it allows you to shrink the antenna size or the thickness without changing the bandwidth.
Oh, that's a great deal. So you also presented a paper here on the measurements of that type of material. Can you tell us what that was about?
Sure. Well, for many decades at Rogers, we've prided ourselves on very accurate and repeatable measurements of our low-loss dielectric materials. It turns out that the methods that we are accustomed to using aren't really amenable to measuring both permeability and permittivity. So we've put a lot of work into trying to get accurate numbers that are also helpful to designers. So the purpose of the paper was to demonstrate how we use two methods, a coaxial air line and then a full sheet resonance, to get the dielectric constant through the z-axis and the permeability in plane XY, which is what is important for designing an antenna.
So you developed this new method, and so that works well as opposed to the traditional method?
Well, it's not so much that we developed a new method, but took two existing methods and used them separately to extract the data that's helpful for designers.
Well, it sounds like a very exciting material, and we look forward to seeing how it does in the market. Thank you very much for talking to us today.
Yeah, and thank you.